Hi, I'm Caitlin, and welcome to the Lit Review. I realized I've been saying my Lit Review in the last couple of videos, so that's an oops on my part, but the Lit Review, that's where we're at. Today, I would love to introduce to you my TBR for my very first readathon. So you'll have to stay tuned to my next video to see what's up for the second one, but today I'm going to focus in on the historical romance readathon. Super excited to see this. I saw a couple of other content creators that I follow created this one, so it's specifically Lacy Book Lovers, Peace Love Books XO, and then Remarkably Lisa. So I will make sure to link all three of their channels in the description box because they are the co-hosts for this readathon, and the historical romance readathon will be going this month, March 16th through the 22nd. So make sure that you check out their social media because that's where they have the little bingo board that I will put somewhere over here. And make sure that you can see what I'm seeing when I glance down at my phone because I'm trying to make sure I hit all the challenges I want to hit. There is a free space, so that's always nice. Give yourself a little edge in bingo by doing a free space. Let's get into the actual books that I'm going to be reading for this TBR. The first one is one that I think was honestly the easiest to pick. The book, not because one in particular stood out, but because the majority of historical romance seems to fit this tag or this challenge, and that's a titled hero. So read a book with a titled hero. And for that I chose Galen Foley's Duke of Scandal. Sorry, I can't say that in a serious way. Duke of Scandal just needs to be said with like a shoulder shimmy or something. But really excited for this one because I'm a big Foley fan. She's one of my favorite historical romance authors, and it does have one of the tropes that I like to poke around in every once in a while. It's not my all-time fave, but I do love a good best friend's little brother or sister trope, and that is our hero's love interest, his best friend's little sister. And the whole scandal of the title has to do with him needing to stay away from the little sister to avert scandal. And of course we know in Romancelandia that needing to stay away means needing to be closer. So looking forward to this one. It's also quite a tiny little volume, so I am hoping that this kicks off my my success rate with this readathon, or maybe I can like throw it in at the end to like pinch hit a little bit and get me my last book while I still can. But this is my win condition for titled hero. The next one is actually one of my favorite tropes, regardless if it's historical or contemporary romance, and it's marriage of convenience. So thankfully this is a pretty popular trope in the historical romance world. For this one, I'll be reading Bertrice Small's Bond of Passion. I'm really stoked because it's never before published on the cover, which makes me think that it was one of her kind of throwaway novels from when she started writing. And then when she got big, they decided to actually publish the dang thing. I started reading Bertrice Small when I was in high school, so she's been a long time reader for me, and some of her books are like so empowering with these really feisty heroes, and then some of them have some tropes that are like, you know, that we'll just say they're not for me, or they're like, as a modern reader, they don't do it for me. We'll go with that. And so I'm really excited, also a little nervous to see where this one falls, because it's a marriage of convenience story where the Earl of Doon, almost called him Argus, Angus Ferguson, is trying to expand his territory and ensure his clan's safety, and so he ends up marrying the nearby lord's daughter, who on the back cover is described as being plain-faced. But he's actually okay with it. He's okay with it because she turns out she's a hellcat in bed. Hence the, you know, I'm not really sure how we're going to do with this, but I do have a long time love for Bertrice Small, so I'm willing to give it a shot and see where this goes. I'm hoping that it is a little bit more empowering than not, but we shall see. Looking at the bingo board, the next one's a free space, so, and then the next one, I'm going on that diagonal path, is read a book by Johanna Lindsay. And I have two potential Johanna Lindsay books. One that I know I'm going to get to because it's the group read for this readathon, and that is Hearts Aflame. I know nothing about Hearts Aflame. It is the only book I don't currently have in my possession. I'm going to try to rent it from my library. But what I do know from Lacey's description in particular at Lacy Book Lovers is that it's a Viking romance. And I don't get a chance to read Viking romances super frequently, so I'm actually really excited to get to Hearts of Flame. But if I'm feeling extra feisty and capable as a reader this week, I'm also going to try to read A Pirate's Love by Johanna Lindsay. This is my old, used book find. You can see the pages have yellowed, and I don't know, I find that charming. I love a good used book, and I definitely picked this up at a used bookstore purely because of the word pirate. I know next to nothing except that we're talking about pirates, and there's love. I think that's sufficient for me to want to read a book. But we'll see. This is my spare book. This is my, optimism hopes I get there. And then finally, in order to complete my bingo for the Historical Romance Readathon, it is read a book by an author of color. I'm really excited about this because I haven't had a chance to read this individual's writing before, but this was one of my goals for the new year, is to expand my horizons in all of my favorite genres, no matter what that means. And so trying new authors is part of that for me. But this is Beverly Jenkins' Rebel, and this will be my last book for the readathon. I am so excited to read some Beverly Jenkins. I hear nothing but good things from fellow romance readers, and honestly, the characters, when I'm reading the back cover, I'm so inspired by how independent they both are, and it seems like the kind of romance, even just from the back cover, where both people don't need each other, but they want each other, and I feel like that's the sweet spot. That's the kind of stuff that I really like. As much as I love the marriage of convenience trope, I really just like strong people coming together and loving each other's strengths. That's not a real trope, but it's what I like. And I really think that Rebel is going to hit that note for me. So stay tuned on this. I'm probably going to prioritize this as one of my early reads because it's the one I'm most excited about. Okay, so that's my TBR for the Historical Romance Readathon. I'm really looking forward to participating in this, and then I will try to do some check-ins when the readathon starts to let you know how it goes. Hopefully you are also interested in doing this readathon, or maybe just living vicariously through me. That's cool too. Let me know down in the comments if you are participating in the Historical Romance Readathon, and if so, which path are you taking to bingo? What are your win conditions? But yeah, I'll check in with you soon. Thank you so much for spending time with me. I hope you have a fantastic reading day. Like and subscribe if you'd like to know more about me and this channel, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!